Okay, good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the uh, communication models. That mean the some we are going to discuss some theories related to the communication studies. So basically, school of thoughts based on the two concepts that mean the process of the communication and the meaning of the communication. We are going to analyze some three models based on that concepts. First is the Shannon and Weaver models, and the Gubner's and also the constructional models. And the transactional models. If you have any questions while I am teaching these communication models, please ask me. Because of that, the understanding of the communication model is very important to recognize the patterns of the communication flow. So that's why I requesting you to get the ideas strongly, and if you have any questions, please ask me. Please allow me to shut down my video, because of that the network will get slow. Mm. Can you see my screen? No, everyone can see my screen.
Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you. Uh, Before starting today's lesson, if you have any questions in the previous lesson, I will upload it to these two PPT today. I forgot to upload it into your email. Have you any questions in last lecture?
Madam.
Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the field of communication. The content of the today's discussion based on the defining the field of communication. It's basically based on some assumptions. Assumptions mean upakalpanayan කියලා කියන්නේ අපි, right? Samma එකනේ සම්මා thought like this and සම්මා thought like this, something like that. එක එක්කෙනා එක ගැන හිතන විදිහ assumptions කියලා කියන්නේ, right? එතකොට that mean it just like a hypothesis. Some communication expertise are constructive their concepts according to their ideology. So that's why we called as a assumptions of communication. So then we are discussing about the school of thoughts. School of thoughts based on the two part. First one is it can be discussed as the process and as generations of meaning. Under the process, we are learning three models: linear models of communication, interactive model of communication, transactional model of communication. As a generations of meaning, we are going to study semiotic model of communication. Because of that, semiotic is very important to understand in communication. In our previous lectures, we discussed about the nonverbal communication methods. So based on the nonverbal communication methods are basically driven with the most of symbols and some images, drafts, and pictures, something like that. So, semiotic is very important to understand in communication. Because of that, the all we are living in a modern world. We deal with the most of time we deal with the some symbolic all in our whole day-to-day life. We are consuming a lot of symbols. when we are walk in the bed, and when drift off to the sleep, we always consuming a lot of symbols in day-to-day communication. So studies of the symbolic and semiotic is very important. Because of that, semiotic models are introduced by the Ferdinand and de Saussure. Saussure is the semiotic models developed according to the communication study. So we can understand in what is the differences and similarities regarding the models of semiotic. Then first one is defining the communication field. So uh, I um, quoted some Fiske's thought about the about the field of communication. He mentioned, and he wrote it as communication is not a subject in the normal academic sense of the world, but it is a multidisciplinary area of study. That is, the book is called Introduction to Communication Studies. That means communication is not a subject in the normal academic sense of the word, but it is a multidisciplinary is very important part of the communication. Because of that, communication has correlations with most of subject. For example, communication are linked with the politics, and communication are linked with the culture, communication are linked with the society. That means political communication, development communication, social communication, and also it can be a marketing communication. So communication are not the one subject to understanding alone. Because of that, it is aligned with the most more subject. So we have to learn about the communication with the correlations and also the multidisciplinary areas of the study. So we have to get ideas about the communication with the interdisciplinary subjects. And first, as the assumptions. So first assumptions is the communication is amenable to study, but that we need a number of disciplinary approaches to be able to study it comprehensively. So we need so many approaches mean yam praveshayan, right? Apita ashwana yam praveshan to be able to study in comprehensively. So we need to get some brief, not the brief, vast idea about the communication. We have to have relationship with the interdisciplinary. That means disciplinary, so many disciplinary approaches. So otherwise we cannot understand it as comprehensively. So that mean first one is the first assumption is communication is amenables to study. So that mean we have to deal with a lot of disciplinary approaches. That is the first assumptions of the studies of communication. The second one is the assumptions that all communication involves signs and codes. Signs are artifacts that refer to something other than themselves. That is, they are signifying constructors. Codes are the system into which signs are organized and which determine how sign may be related to each other. That also these are based on the Fiskes definitions. So what is the meaning of second one? Second one is meaning signifying construct. That means communication involves a lot of signs and codes. Signs and codes means sign is some symbolic values, and code means we discussed about in our last class. Code means they have a cultural code, social codes. For example, if you are not familiar with the Muslim culture, You cannot understand their rituals, taboos, customs. You cannot understand without the understanding of their culture. So that is the codes. The different codes are represent different ideas of the communication. So signs and codes are basically involvement of the communication. Based on the signs and codes, we can construct අපිට ගොඩනගන්න පුළුවන් මේ signs and codes භාවිත කරලා යම්කිසි idea එකක් signifying එකක් right අපිට යම්කිසි understanding එකක් ගොඩනගා ගන්න පුළුවන්. That is the second assumptions, right? So there is a signs and codes. So there is a lot of signs and codes in the communication. So you have to get some ideas, but yourself. So you have to construct signifying construct you have to do, because the code and system are into which sign is organized, and which signs are conveyed to the meaning to the respecters. That mean you have to have familiar with the sign code and signs. So that is the second assumptions of the communication. What is the third assumptions of the communication? That these signs and codes are transmitted or made available to others, and that transmissions or receiving signs codes communication is the practice of social relationships. That assumption is signs and codes are transmitted or made available to others. So you can understand by yourself is one thing, so others can understand their self. So that means it is available to others. With if you someone said the that for example we can get the classic example in what is the different signs. Mm, so road signs, we even consider the road signs. uh, no one can understand any others about the road signs නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ රතු කොළ කහ ඒව පත් වෙනට අපි ඔක්කොම දන්න එකම අදහස නේ. We have all together one ideas, we construct one idea. But in the different signs, we are seeing the different signs based on their cultures, or based on their rituals, or based on their customs. So that means අපි මෙහෙම හිතුවොත් එහෙම uh, if Muslim or some other religions we are in different clothes. But sometimes some in current scenario, most of people cannot identify it with their clothes. For basically in the western, they're basically in the metropolitan areas. That mean city areas, there is not a lot of biggest difference in their clothes. But in the rural areas, when we are considering the rural areas, we can drastically identify the variations of the religions clothes. So if someone understanding this is the Muslim lady, this is the Tamil lady, so something like that. If whether he cannot understand in with using their dressing codes, so it is based on their themselves. So but the in the communication based on the practice of social relationship. That mean if you are not familiar with the social relationship, that communication are not completed. So because of that communication are transmitting and receiving based on the signs and codes. So it is already it is always practiced with the social relationship. So without the social relationship, signs and codes are no point. So signs and codes are always act in the society. So it is based on the social relationship. So that is the third assumptions of the communication, right? Are there any problem? 16 participation are here. If someone leave before end of my lessons, please put your registration number into the chat box. Please don't forget it. If someone are boring this lesson, you can leave. But before leave the lectures, please put your registration number. I need to mark in the attendant list. So fourth assumption is I assume that communication is central to the life of our culture. Without it, culture of any kind must die. Consequently, the studies of communication involve the studies of the culture with which is integrated. That means communication is central part of our life, that not only the life but also the culture. Without a culture, communications have not get the proper idea. So that communication is basically based on the every culture in the society. Without a culture, so people are not going to. The culture means is everything. No? You know that the culture is. අපි හැම දෙයක්ම අයිති වෙන්නේ අපි කරන ඔක්කොම කල්චර් වලටනේ අයිති වෙන්නේ සංස්කෘතිය. So communication are construct within the culture. So without a culture, the communication has no point. So that means communication is central to our life of our culture. So the communication and the culture is not two parts of the society. It is basically one part of the society. Without a culture, there is no communication. So that is the fourth assumption. These are the assumptions that we have to understand about the communication, right? So few assumption is underlining these assumption is definitions of communication as a social interactions through message. Social interactions, that mean social interactions, this is the general definitions of the communication. So you and me, we are living in a society, so we have to have deal with the many nations, many religions, and many different cultures. So that is called social interaction. So general definitions of communication as a social interaction. Because of that, the communication are construct within the society. Society means society has so many interactions with the others cultures, others customs, others thoughts, something like that. So we have to deal with the many peoples in one society. So that is the communication fill the lacuna of the fill the lacuna of the social connections. So based on the social connections, communication which has done the marvelous contribution to the understanding of communication. So social interaction is the fifth assumption. So based on these fifth assumptions, to develop some thoughts of the school, right? අපි අර ගුරුකුල කියලා කියන්නේ නේද? ඒ වගේ මේ assumptions base කරගෙන there is develop two schools. These two schools are based on one is thought the process schools of thoughts, that is people are called positivistic, and the second one is semiotic schools of thought, that is schools are called as interpretative and positivistic. So these are the two schools of thoughts that we are going to study in next few slides, right? Hope you can understand the assumptions of the communication. So based on these assumptions, they are divided two schools of thoughts. මම හිතන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරුණා කියලා මේ ඒ assumptions උපකල්පනයන් බේස් කරගෙන ඒ කට්ටිය හදාගන්නවා ගුරුකුල දෙකක්. So ඒ ගුරුකුල දෙකේ එකක් කට්ටියක් කියනවා the process of thoughts. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ මේක ක්‍රියාවලියක් විදියට තමයි විස්තර කරගන්නේ. ඒ කට්ටියට අපි කියනවා positivistics ලා කියලා. ඒ වගේම semiotics base කරගෙන සංඥාර්ථයන් base කරගෙන develop one school. That school we called as interpretative කියලා අපි කියනවා. එතකොට මේ positivistics and interpretative main two thoughts of school. So we are going to discuss about the first school of thoughts. So first school of thought as communication as process, right? Communication as process. Um, so concern how sender and receiver encode and decode. Hope you are remember the model of the communication and also the basic elements of communication. Have anyone remember the parts of the communication? Have anyone remember? Basic elements of the communication? What are those basic elements of communication?
Sender, receiver,
Sender, receiver,
the message,
I can't hear you properly, Akram. Have anyone remember the source? First one is source, then encoding. Have you remember? Encoding,
decode,
then transmitting,
decode,
then transmitting with the medium and channels, then decoding, and the receiver, feedbacks and noises. Is it correct? මතක නැද්ද ළමයි? දැන් ඒවා මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ. ඒවා මතක තියාගන්න නැතුව වැඩේ කරන්න අමාරුයි. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක ඉගෙන ගන්නවා නන්නේ ඒවා බේසික් concepts නේ. එතකොට ඒවා මතක තියෙන්න ඕන ඔයගොල්ලන්ට, right? Right. So we are concerned how sender and receiver encode and decode. So in the process, you know that the linear models, we discuss about the linear models, SMR model, sender, message, receiver. So sender and receiver, so encoding and decoding. So we have to concern as a process how transmitters use the channels and media. So that is the process, how transmitters use the channels and media. I discussed about the transmitted with the medium and channels. With using the medium and channels, they are going to transmitting it as a process and looks at efficiency and accuracy of communication. Efficiency and accuracy of communication. So we have to understanding about the efficiency and accuracy of communication. So we have to have a method to understanding about it. So if you are going to check the accuracy, I saw that nearly open some website to truth fact finding websites. So there is a lot of information out to the globe, so no one can understand in what is the truth of the information or which one is truth. So it is very difficult to get the right and accuracy and very trust information. So in yesterday they are opening some website in some Sri Lankan guys open some website to check fact finding. So truth fact finding. So you can use that websites and find truth informations. So that is the some steps to take those actions. So it is a process. Look efficiency and accuracy of communication. We have to some process to understand it. So that's why it's called as the process. Process school drones social science, psychology and sociology to address act of communication. That means process, it is for correlations with the other subject. So other subjects mean social science, psychology, and sociology to address act of communication. These are subjects, social sciences, psychology, and sociology, basically understanding about the human survivors and human perceptions. So communication is basically act with the human. So that's why we are going to studies about these subjects. So the process schools attentions, they are understanding of communication, they are much more aligned with these three subjects. So it is act as a process, right? So models of communication, models offer three advantages. Why we need a model to understand in communication? So without a model we cannot understand in communication. Because of that, lot of peoples are develop a lot of models to related the communication studies. So why we are going to learn about the models? What are the advantages? That mean what are the positive, or what are the props and cons about the have a model? They organize concepts, they explain process, and they predict outcomes. So that's why we are going to learn about the models. Models mean they are organized some concepts, and they explain in processes, and they predict outcomes. So that's why we are going to studies about the models. If someone asking why you are studying communication models, you have the answer. The answer is models are given concepts, and the models are explaining processes, and models are predict outcomes. So that's why we are going to learn about the models. So first model is Shannon and Weaver models. Hope you remember the definitions of the Shannon and Weaver. I mentioned it in 1949. Shannon called as a communication definitions. So hope you are remember that definitions. Here are we discuss about the Shannon and Weaver model. Shannon and Weaver is the two persons are experts in the communication studies. Claude Shannon and Warren Weaver. These are the two guys are develop this model to understanding about the communication. That model is called is the linear model, that is based on the principles of stimulus and responses, right? The receiver is affected response by a message stimulus that emanate from a communication source. The process is depicted a message emanating from an information sources. So if you can please draw these models in your book, because of that you can get remember these models, and you can get some ideas once you are draw these models in your books. So you can get some ideas about the process of the communication. So I will give a time to draw this model in your copy your books. So everyone please do that. I cannot see you, but I thought you doing it. ඔයාලා මේක ඇඳ ගන්නවද පුතේ?
Okay, madam.
මේ
Madam.
මොඩල් එක විතරක් ඇඳ ගන්න. මේ මොඩල් එක අඳිනකොට කල්පනා කර කර ඒක අඳින්න. There is a information source, right? The first thing is the source. You already know that about source, information source. Then you have a message. So please concerns about the arrows are in the right side. No, see message, then you are transmitter. That means if you have to transmitter, you have to use some signals. In the broadcasting media, you have to some signals he consider about the in the electronic media. There is a signal can drop with occur some noises. See, some noises are break the proper signals. So received signals are mean it is receiver. Receiver means there is the say here are the sender information. He find the information sources find by the sender, then sender create a message and it is transmitted with using the signals are occur some noises, then the signals are received to the receiver and the destinations of the messages, but there is no process of the feedback. Please understand it about that. There is no feedback. මේක අඳිනකොට ඒක බල බල අඳින්න. එතකොට ඔයාලට තේරෙනවා. ඇදලා ඉවර වෙලා මට ඕකේ කියන්න. I finish?
Yes, madam.
Right. So if you have any questions about this model, these models are basically the receiver is affected response by a message. Receiver is here. Receivers affected by the message, right? As messages, information source messages are coming to the receiver. It's going to the destinations. Destinations mean destination means අවසානයට යනවා. අවසානයේදී තමයි message එක හම්බෙන්නේ. එතකොට the process depicted a process එක mainly considers about the message emanating from an information source. The process is basically draw their attention to the only the part of the message, but they are not consider the feedback process. That is the props and cons about the Shannon and Weaver's model. These models are explaining the theories of the communication and the process of the communication, and the output is here. So that's why we are calling this as a process. The first school of thought is the based on the process, not the meaning. So the process is first model is the Shannon and Weaver model. Second one is Wesley and MacLean model. Wesley and MacLean model. Wesley and MacLean model. So please draw these models too in your book. The linear model, that model is also called as the linear models. Why we are calling the linear model? There is based on some sender and receiver principles. Sender and receiver principles are basically we called as the linear models. We are calling the linear editing. That is the one way communication. Not it has going to the feedback process. That is the focus on interpersonal and mass mediated included mechanism for feedback and gatekeeping. So feedback and gatekeeping are introduced to this model by the Wesley and MacLean. So we can get the idea about the x1, x2, x3 and x4. Here, see this one, right? These are maybe the news article or information, right? X1 we can identify it as news, or some X2 as an article, or some information, or some ideas, or something like that. Otherwise there is the part of the information here, right? Then it goes to A mean client, client mean sender, client A, right? C mean gatekeeper. So before going to the client, they have to gatekeeper to cut the information, right? To cut the information before going to the reader or audience. Here is the B is the reader or audience, right? B is the reader or audience. Before going to the reader or audience, gatekeepers is here. So in the current media, we can in the current practice of the media in the news, some of news channels are used gatekeeper as the content manager. So content managers manage the content. So content manager are decided to which kind of information are going to the reader or audience. So if the sender got the information, but his or her have to face the gatekeeper's action. After the gatekeeper action, the information now goes to the reader or receiver. So that is the process of information. So there is the x1, x2, x3, x3m, x4. Some informations are all the information. Some news articles, ideas. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතන තියෙන විවිධ ඒවා ටික, ඒ විවිධ ඒවා ටික ඔක්කොම එකතු කරලා මේ සෙන්ඩර් ළඟට එනවා. සෙන්ඩර් ළඟට, සෙන්ඩර් කියන්නේ අපි ක්ලයන්ට් කියලා කියන කෙනා ළඟට. ඒ ළඟට ආවට පස්සේ මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඒ එන ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් වලින් එයා තෝරගන්නවා මොකද්ද යවන්න ඕනේ ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් එක කියලා. Right? He selected x1. X1 we identified as a news. X1, he select the x1 and he send it to the C. C means gatekeeper, right? Gatekeeper ළඟට යනකොට x1 යවන්නේ gatekeeper ළඟට news එක විතරයි, but gatekeeper identified other factors, x3, x4, some other factors gatekeeper considered about it. He can put some information with using the articles or with using some interviews. He put some more information here, or he can cut some information in this part. Then he process some new things, x2, right? X2, here are the x1, then he created the x2 and it is goes to the audience or reader. So audience or reader can feedback about the gatekeeper, but gatekeeper can ask about the sender, and also audience can directly asking about the sender. So that is the process of Wesley and MacLean models of communication. Hope you can understand, or if there is any question, please ask me based on that model. තේරුණාද මේ මොඩල් එක ඔයාලට?
මැඩම් එතකොට මේ මෙතන මේ ක්ලයන්ට මේ ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් එකක් විතරද මේ ලට යවන්න පුළුවන්?
දැන් ක්ලයන්ට් ළඟට එනවා ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් ගොඩක්, right?
කීපට දෙන්න පුළුවන්?
දැන් ක්ලයන්ට් ළඟට එනවා ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් ගොඩක්. ඒ ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් ගොඩක් ආවට පස්සේ එයා ක්ලයන්ට් තෝරගන්නවා. ඒකනේ එන්කෝඩින් ඇන්ඩ් ඩිකෝඩින් ප්‍රොසෙස් එක කියලා කියන්නේ. ඒකට එයා එන්කෝඩ් කරගන්න එක තමයි එයා යවන්නේ ගේට් කීපර්ට, right? හැබැයි ගේට් කීපර්ට පුළුවන්, ගේට් කීපර් දන්නව නෑ මේ නිවුස් එක ගැන තව දේවල් තියෙනවා, ආටිකල්ස් තියෙනවා, ඉන්ටර්වියුස් තියෙනවා, right? එතකොට ගේට් කීපර් මොකද කරන්නේ? එයාට පුළුවන් ඕනි නම් ඇඩ් කරන්න, ඕනි නම් මේ ක්ලයන්ට් එවපුවා කපලා දාන්න, right? ඇඩ් කරන්න හරි කපලා දාන්න හරි පුළුවන්. එතකොට එයා තීරණය කරන ටික තමයි ෆයිනලි යන්නේ රීඩර් ඇන්ඩ් ඔඩියන්ස් එකට, right? එතකොට රීඩර් ඇන්ඩ් ඔඩියන්ස් එකට ගේට් කීපර්ගෙන් ප්‍රශ්න කරන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට ගේට් කීපර් මොකද කරන්නේ? ඔයා එව්වේ මට මෙච්චරයි කියලා සෙන්ඩර් ළඟට යන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඩිරෙක්ට්ලි ඔඩියන්ස් එකට ෆීඩ්බැක් එක යන්න පුළුවන්. කවුද මේ සෙන්ඩර් ළඟට, ක්ලයන්ට් ළඟට. තේරුණාද?
Oh, madam. Thank you.
Okay. Are there any questions? Others can understand about this model. understanding the model is very important. Huh? So that's why I'm asking you to draw this in your books. Once you are drawing your books, it goes into your mind. Right. So we are discussing about the daily newspaper will receive many press releases from many public relation agencies on behalf of their client. In this case, newspaper will publish the selected press release due to the space constraint. Right? ඒ කියන්නේ ඒකට තියෙන ඉඩ ප්‍රමාණය අනුව ඒගොල්ලෝ තීරණය කරනවා right අපි මේවා තමයි publish කරන්න කියලා. Newspaper then readers can directly respond to the client or they can respond to the news daily which publish in the newspaper. If reader respond to daily newspaper, it will communicate the feedback to concerned PR agency, public relation agency. That's why I explaining about this model. X1, X2 and X3 are press release, right? So we consider as a press release X1, X2 and X3. So feedback is mean F, client is A, reader is B, and daily news paper gatekeeper is C, right? Then first one is feedback loop between reader and newspaper, right? Feedback loop between newspaper and client, right? Feedback loop between reader and client, right? These three types we can feedback to the reader, or we can feedback to the newspaper, or we can feedback loop between the reader and client. So that is the examples of Wesley and MacLean model. So then the third model is Schramm model. Schramm model, Wilbur Schramm. This model is introduced by the Wilbur Schramm. So Schramm model is as interactive models, and the Shannon and Weaver and Cloud Shannon and Weaver MacLean model all models are linear models, and the Schramm models are called as the interactive models. And interactive models emphasizing the sharing of information between communicator who give and receive information interactively, seen as interactive and interpretative. Each person alternate his or her role as encoder, interpreter, and decoder of shared message. So එකන මේ මොඩල් එකේදී වෙන්නේ sender කියන කෙනා එයාට එකවර එයා එන්කෝඩර් කෙනෙකුත් වෙනවා, ඉන්ටර්ප්‍රිටර් කෙනෙකුත් වෙනවා, ඩිකෝඩර් කෙනෙකුත් වෙනවා. ඒක තමයි මේ කියන්නේ, right? ඒ කියන්නේ එයා ඉන්ටරැක්ටිව් වෙනවා, lot of components. He interact with the lot of components, and he act as a lot of roles in one message. In a one message, right? He maybe he one can එයා එකම වර එයා එන්කෝඩර් කෙනෙකුත් වෙනවා, එයා ඩිකෝඩර් කෙනෙකුත් වෙනවා, ඉන්ටර්ප්‍රිටර් කෙනෙකුත් වෙනවා, sender, right? ඒ වගේම receiver එක පැත්තකින් එයා එන්කෝඩර් කෙනෙකුත්, ඉන්ටර්ප්‍රිටර් කෙනෙකුත්, ඩිකෝඩර් කෙනෙකුත් වෙනවා මේ message එක grab කරගන්නකොට, right? That model is introduced in 1954. The model is called as the Schramm models. That the Schramm model is the Wilbur Schramm. Wilbur Schramm is a very expert in the communication studies. So please write down these models too in your notebook. මේක තේරුණාද ඔයගොල්ලන්ට? තේරුණ නැත්නම් අහන්න.
මැඩම්
ඔව්.
මේ එක්සාම්පල් එකක් එක්ක පොඩ්ඩක් පැහැදිලි කරන්න පුළුවන්ද?
පුළුවන්. දැන් අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම so we consider the incidents of East attack, right? East attack is one of sad news in the Sri Lankan media who reported in the lot of channels. This incident is so we consider you as a reporter, right? You as a media reporter, so you have one role as a reporter, then you have first you encode the message. That means the source is there. Source is the incident of the attack. So you go there, or you saw some information in the internet, also report into your audience. So you have to report into your audience. First you encode it, and then while you are reporting to this news, you are interpreting. So then you are interpreting and you are decoding in the same time. That means it happened in your brain. With your ideas about the East attack, you wrote in your news on the newspaper or websites. So you act as the same time you consuming as a encoder, interpreter, and decoder to report to the message to the sender, to report to the message to the receiver, right? In the same time, receiver act as a encoder, interpreter, and decoder. So receiver get back the message in the same process, right? තේරුණාද ඔයාලට? ඒ කියන්නේ එකම සිද්ධිය අපිට අපි එන්කෝඩ් කරගන්නවා, ඒක අපි අර්ථකථනය කරගන්නවා, සහ අපි ඒක ඩිකෝඩ් කරගන්නවා අපිට අවශ්‍ය අපිට තේරෙන විදිහටනේ. ඊට පස්සේ තමයි අපි ඒක රිපෝට් කරන්නේ. ඒ මැසේජ් එක, right? එතකොට ඒක බලන කෙනත් ඒක එන්කෝඩ් කරගන්නවා, ඒක අර්ථකථනය කරගන්නවා, සහ එයා ඒක තව කෙනෙකුට කියනකොට ඒක එයාගේ බ්‍රේන් එකට එයා දාගන්න විදිහට තමයි එයා ඩිකෝඩ් කරගන්නේ. right? එතකොට same things happening in the one time. So in the sender and the receiver act as an encoder, interpreter, and decoder. තේරුණාද ඔයාලට ඒක?
Yes, madam. Thank you.
Right. What is the drawbacks of interactive models? Drawbacks means දුර්වලතානේ. Negatives මොනවද කියන එක. Negative sides of the interactive model. The main drawbacks in the interactive model is that it does not indicate that communicator can both send and receive message simultaneously. ඒ කියන්නේ එකම වෙලාවේදී, right? එකම වෙලාවේදී මෙයා sender and receiver message, right? communicate. අර ඒක තමයි මම කිව්වේ. ඒක drawback එකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ අර එයාම සියලු දේවල් එයාට අවශ්‍ය විදිහට තමයි අර්ථකථනය කරගන්නේ based on their ideas. This model also failed to show that communication is a dynamic process which change over time. This model also failed to show that communication is a dynamic process. In time to time, communication process are going to change. But in this model are not consider about that. This model are basically consider about the same time sender and receiver act as three roles in the one time. So that is the important things, but the model are not get the attention to the communication. They are not consider the communication as a dynamic process. So it's not consider it's change over time. So that is the drawbacks of this model. So in the fifth model is transactional model. Transactional model, communication as giving and receiving, right? මුලින්ම ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ transactional model එක ඇඳගෙන ඉන්න. Before the explanation, please draw these models in your book. Transactional model is basically giving and receiving something, in this case information, right? It is basically based on the information that is three distinct process: message formulation, that process is called as message formulation, message interpretation, and message exchange. Message formulation mean you can create a message. Then message interpretation is you can understand it about the message, and message exchange mean you can say or you can transmitting to one person to another person. That is the exchange of the message. The transactional model stress interpretations of the processes, right? That is mean the transactional models are basically based on the interdependence, right? Interdependence mean there is no survival without the other part of the channels. Because of that, this is the considered as the process. So it is the interdependence. It is the interdependent process. With the interdependence process, it has to get the stresses of the model. And the transactional model shows that the elements in communication are interdependence. Communication elements are interdependence. Each person in the communication act is both a speaker and a listener. Each person in the communication act is both a speaker and a listener, and can be simultaneously sending and receiving message. It happen in simultaneously. Because of that, the speakers and the listener are acting the speakers and listener both act in the communication process in a one time. For In the models of the Wilberstram introduced in the three roles act in the one time. So these models are considered that things. So, and also the sending and receiving messages simultaneously. And transactional models of communication that takes into account noise. So you can see the in your book, you can see the noises or interference in communication as well as time factors. The outer line of the model indicate that communications happen within system that both communicator share, common campus, hometown, and culture, for example, or personal systems, family, religions, and friends, like that. The personal systems and communicator shares, right? It also takes into account changes that happen in the communicator's field of personal and common experiences. So it shared with the personal and common experiences, right? This model also label each communicator as both sender as well as receiver. So we discuss about this in the previous slides too, right? Here are the transactional model. So you can understand about that model. Here is the social system. It may be the private and public intentions are there. The communicator has the field of experience, and the communicator B is the field of experience. The communicator A's, and here are the communicator B's field of the experience. And based on the time slots, right, in the time to time, this model is considered the changing of the communication on behalf with the time factors. So he considers the time 1 2 3. In the three times it happen in several ways. And also the noises are disturbing these messages to communicate. The communicator are two-way communication. That means they have a feedback process. The communicator the arrows are in the two-way, right? So that means they have a feedback process, the communicator A to communicator B. Based on the communicator A field of experiences, he communicate some messages to the receivers. So based on the shared field of experience, that and also symbolic interactions over time. So time to time symbolic interactions are going to change. So consider with the changes, the communicator B can understand what is the messages passed by the communicator A. That's why this model is called sender and receiver acting the both time. So communicator A and communicator B means sender and the receiver. So it happened on to the two-way communication, and it is based on the social systems, and noises are always interrupt to the messages, and also the time factors are considered to change of the flow of the communication. So this is the understanding about the transactional model. And I basically that transactional model realize that it is not what we do each other as sender and receiver, but it is what we do with each other as communicators, right? These are sender sends and receives here, but in this model we consider as a communicator. That's why it mentioned in the communicator A, communicator B. uh, Responded and decoders, then is the feedback, there is the message, feedback channels, responders and decoders, noises are here. And also these models are based on the society and the time factors, right? ඒ කියන්නේ මේ එකම මොහොතේදී ඔයාලට පේනවා ඇති මැසේජ් එක තියෙනවා, මැසේජ් එක ඩ්‍රොප් වෙනවා some noises වලින්. මේ අරකම සරලව අඳලා තියෙන්නේ. මේකේ time factor එක පෙන්නලා නැහැ. social system එක ඇතුළේ තියෙනවා කියන එක නෑ. ඒකනේ වෙනස. ඒ දෙක මෙතනට ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ. නමුත් මේ තියෙන මැසේජ් එකට බාධා වෙනවා. හැබැයි එකම වෙලාවේදී ෆීඩ්බැක් එක channel සරහා කරන්න පුළුවන් දෙපැත්තටම. sender and receiver එකම වෙලාවේදී මෙයා sender and receiver මෙයා. එතකොට we can consider this transactional model realize that is not what we do each other and sender and receiver, but it is what we do with each other as communicator. These are the three implications of transactional model. Transactional mean that communication is an ongoing and continuously changing process. So you are changing the people with whom you are communicating are changing, and your environment is also continuously changing as well. That's why these models are considered the time factor. So before starting this lecture, you sit as one person, but the middle of the lecture you sit as another person. So there is an environment is change, time is change, everything are going to change. So understanding about the lessons is also change, right? Is the environment is also continuously changing as well. As so in any transactional process, each element exists in relation to all the other elements. There is the interdependence where there can be no sources without a receiver and no message without a sources, right? Without a receiver and no message without a sources and receivers are more important in this transactional model. Each person in the communication process react depending on factors such as their background, prior experiences, attitude, cultural belief, and self-esteem. So that's why receiver and the sender acting as both communicator. So it is basically depending on their background, prior experiences, attitudes, cultural beliefs, and their self esteems නේ. ඒවා මත බේස් වෙලා තමයි එයා ඒ පණිවිඩය ක්‍රියේට් කරන්න සහ පණිවිඩය ගන්නෙ. එතකොට it is their own understanding about the communication message in this model. තේරුණාද ඔයාලට ඒක? අපි second school of thoughts වලට යන්න කලින් පොඩි විනාඩි 5ක break එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. So we discussed the first school of thought based on the process of the communication. So that's why we learn about the models. Models are based on the theories and processes and the outcomes, right? The second school of thought based on the generations of the meaning, right? We are going to discuss about the generations of the meaning, second schools of thoughts. So before discussing about the second schools of thought, can we get some break in 5 minutes? Is it okay for you? Right. The second schools, everyone is here, no? Right. Second schools of thought. These schools are thought about the communication as the generations of meaning. Uh, as the generations of meaning. That mean this model is basically draw your attention to the semiotic studies. That mean symbolical values of the understanding the communication. So the how messages or text interact with people to produce meaning. This is this model are not consider about this communication as a process. These models, these schools of thoughts are try to get ideas about the communication as a generate of the meaning. So it is basically based on the idea of the communication. So that's why how messages or text interact with people to produce meaning. And role of text in our culture. What is the role of text in our culture? How culture is adapt to the communication studies, and misunderstanding due to culture differences and not communication failure. Draws on semiotics, the science of signs and meaning, using linguistic and other art subjects to address works of communication. So, linguistic meaning is the understanding about the message or understanding about the meaning of the message. So, that's why this model is basically draw their attention to the meaning factor. The second school of thought, the meaning is basically based on the semiotic model. The semiotic model is introduced by the Ferdinand de Saussure. Saussure is very basically based on the three part of the studies. He drew his attention about the signs, significant and significations. So in this model, we can study in the different way, but the same thing, but with using different words. The sign is same, and responded him or interpreted, and the model has called object, right? This is the semiotic model. A sign is mean refer to something other than itself, the object, and is understood by somebody. That is it has an effect in the mind of the user. That mean interpretant. The interpretant is not the user of the sign, it is mental concept produced both by the sign and by the user's experience of the object, right? මම එක වලට සරලව කිව්වොත් එහෙම සයින් එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ රිප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එකක්නේ. සයින් එකක් සංඥාවක් කියලා කියන්නේ something used to stand for something, right? යමක් යමක් වෙනුවෙන් පෙනී සිටීම. සිම්බල් එකක් සයින් එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ අපි නේද? ඒ සයින් එකක් දැක්කහම අපිට යම්කිසි අදහසක් එනවා. right? එතකොට අපි ඒක ඉන්ටර්ප්‍රිට් කරගන්නවා. ඉන්ටර්ප්‍රිට් කරගන්නේ කොහොමද? right? අපි දැන් එක අපි ඉන්ටර්ප්‍රිට් කරගන්නවා the individuals comprehensions, right? අපි එක එක්කෙනාට තියෙන comprehension එක මත තමයි අපි ඒක understand කරගන්නේ සහ ඒකට react කරන්නේ, right? he sign referent association නේ. ඒ sign එක කොච්චරක් දුරට අපිත් එක්ක associate වෙනවද කියන එක මත තමයි අපි ඒක comprehensively අපි ඒක තේරුම් ගන්නේ, right? හැබැයි අපි මොකද්ද තේරුම් ගත්තේ කියන එක, what is referred to by the sign, that is called referent or object, right? What is referred to by the sign. එතකොට ඒකට අපි කරන action එක තමයි ඒ කියන්නේ ද මේකම Saussure introduced this model as a sign, significant, signification and signified, right? As the signification and signified mean object, what is referred by the signs, right? මහිතනේ ඒකට මම උදාහරණයක් දුන්නොත් තේරෙයි ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. For example, when consider the traffic light, red is stop. So that is something used to stand for something, right? Red color is the red, right? But if you are not familiar with the traffic light, you have no idea about the red light. So in another countries, red light meaning is now ready to go. So people are trying to go, but in the individual comprehensions of reactions, that mean you are stopping your vehicles or your motorbikes. Then what is referred by the sign is referred to understanding you are not allowed to drive with in the red light. So that is the object. So it is the models of semiotic models. So we can discuss it as generating the meaning, right? Semiotic models differ from a linear or process model because they are structural model. That's why I call as structural, based on the structural models in the semiotic models. Arrow in semiotic do not indicate flow of the message. These structural models have arrows to indicate relationship between elements in the creations of the meaning, right? අර process එකක වගේ ඊතල දදා process එකක් පෙන්වන්නේ නැහැ, but අපි ඒකේ relationship එක තේරුම් ගන්නවා between the elements in the creations of the meaning. අදහසක් ගොඩනගන්න බලපාලා තියෙන සාධක ටිකෙන් නේද? These models do not assumptions a series of steps or stages through which a message passes. Rather, they concentrate on analyzing a structured set of relationships which enable a message to signify something, right? Not on process but generations of meaning, right? Not on process but generations of meaning. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙනවා ඇතිනේ අර වගේදී අපි හැම වෙලෙම process එකක් නේද? theory එකක් තියෙනවා, ඊට පස්සේ ඒකේ processing එකක් තියෙනවා, ඊට පස්සේ ඒකේ output එකක් තියෙනවා නේද? message එකක් එනවා. ඒ වගේ මේකෙදී අපි කතා කරන්නේ meaning එක, අදහස පිළිබඳවනේ. අපි මේ සයින්ස් තියෙනවා අපිට ඕන තරම්, but ඒ සයින්ස් වලින් අපි කොහොමද idea එකක් generate කරගන්නේ, message එකක් generate කරගන්නේ? Second school of thought based on the meaning focus its attention primarily on the text, right? Area of the study, the sign itself, the code or system into which signs are organized, the culture within which these codes and signs operate, and the sign itself. This consists of the study of different varieties of signs, of the different ways they have to convey meaning, and of the way they related to the people who use them. For signs are human constructed. You all know signs are human constructed and can only be understood in terms of the users people put them to. The codes or system into which signs are organized. The study cover the ways that a variety of codes have developed in order to meet the needs of the society or culture, or to exploit the channels of communication available for their transmissions, right? The culture within which these codes and signs operate, this in turn in dependent upon the use of these codes and signs for its own existence and forms. So that is the models of the semiotic. Hope you can understand about the second school of thought, that is based on the meaning of communication. First school of thought based on the process of the communication. Under the first school, we learn 5 models. First one is Wilbur, Shannon and Weaver models, MacLean models, and then we learn about the transactional models. What are the other models? that we learned? Transactional models, Schramm models, Wesley and MacLean models, and Shannon and Weaver models. These all models are basically based on the first school of thought, and based on the 5 assumptions defined in the communication field. We learn about the linear models and semiotic models based on the 2 schools of thoughts. So here are the references that I have used to teach these lessons for you and creating these slides. I refer these books. So if you can get some thorough idea about the communication models, you can refer to these books. These books are, a lot of books are available in the online, and so you can get some brief idea about the schools of thoughts and the communication model. So this is the second lessons of my this course unit. So if you have any questions, so we can discuss about the your questions, and also if there is any clarifications or any clearances about these concepts, we can discuss. If there is no any questions, we can sum up or conclude our today's sessions. In our next class, we are going to discuss about the basic theories of the communication. For example, gratifications theories, agendas theories, some cultivations theories, some of 5 theories. I am selected 5 theories to discuss with you related to the understanding about the communication concepts. Not only the communication concepts, but also you have to get a thorough idea about the how communication are act in the current scenario on the current practices of the communication. So you have to understanding about the theories. So then theories you can apply into the practical scenario, so that you can get the vast idea about the communication study. So in my fifth or sixth, sixth lesson, I will teach you the give you some introductions about the assignments, and I will show you some samples of the assignments. Then you can start your assignments in fifth week, right? I will give it on fifth week. If there is any question under these 2 lessons, you can ask me in the next class, right? So if there is no anything, shall we conclude this session? Are you okay with that?
Okay, madam.
Okay. Then see you on next Monday. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for participating, and be patient with this lesson. Okay, bye.
Thank you, madam. Bye.
Okay, Jaiva.